In this video, I'm going to be talking about MLA citations and how to create them using MLA citation generators online. So we usually use citations in order to avoid plagiarism. You plagiarize when you don't give somebody credit for their work that you have used in your own documents. So if you're creating a PowerPoint, a research paper, an essay, or a photo essay, any form of document using somebody else's information, whether it is a research article, a study, a textbook, photos, even online videos, you're plagiarizing if you don't give them credit for it. So this is one website called Scribbr.com. This is a very useful website because it is 100% free. So far, I've been using it, and they're true to their word. It's completely free. I don't know about the plagiarism checker or the proofreading and editor, but I've only been using it for citation generators, and that is what I'm recommending to you all. There are other websites out there in the World Wide Web, which include EasyBib, there's a check generator, but they have limited access when it comes to free access. It's very limited. You have a few citations that you can do before it starts charging you, or there is a very annoying ad that keeps popping up as you're trying to create citations. It's lagging. I find that Scribbr.com has been the best so far. As a student, I used to use EasyBib and Chegg, but it's no longer as free as it used to be. And Scribbr.com, I guess, is what EasyBib used to be. So citation generator, let me get to that. So in my class, I ask my students to cite using MLA format. So I'm only going to be talking about MLA format in this video. In order to get to the citation generator for MLA format, you just go to citation generator right here on the top menu and then click on MLA citation generator. Once you get there, it'll get to the works cited page. So this citation generator is creating a works cited page for you. Now, for those who don't know, works cited is basically a references section. But instead of, or bibliography section, if some of you use bibliography. However, the works cited is specific to the documents that you are using in your paper, in your document. Whether it's a research essay or not, it only cites the information that you're actually using. So that includes other research papers, pictures, photos, images, textbooks, dictionaries, a whole bunch of different things where you can take your information from. For this video, I'm going to talk specifically about websites. So let's see an example. I found this really nice website right here about turtles and plastic straws. There's a lot of useful information here, a lot of photos, and let's say in my essay example, I'm going to be talking about how plastic straws are basically killing off turtles. And I'm going to use information from this website. Okay, so what I have to do in order to cite it is I'm going to first copy the link of this website article. Then I'll go back to the works cited page in Scribbr, and I'll select website because I'm going to create a citation for a website. I'm going to go ahead then and enter the URL here in this blank box, and then I'll click on the magnifying glass. It'll search for this article using the link, and it'll show me the article title. That is the same exact title of the article. I'm going to double check, go back, and I'll select it, basically confirming that it's the correct website. Once I select it or click on it, whatever you're using, it will auto-generate all the information you need in order to create the citation. So the title, the URL, the name of the website, which is the Time magazine, and the author. The publication date will be there as well. Then I'm going to click on cite source. Excuse me. So I'm going to click on cite source once I've confirmed all the information is correct. And then it will auto-populate my citation. So right here, the highlighted citation in blue begins with Rosenbaum, Sophia. All the information is exactly as it should be, and the credit has been given to the appropriate author. So I have the correct citation, and now I have built up my works cited page. You can do it again using another article. So let's talk about oil impact in marine life. So let's say I'm going to use this picture right here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy the link in which the picture is found. So I'm going to cite this photo, and I'll give credit to this person who made the photo by clicking on website. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to enter the URL, click on the search bar, and it should show me the title. How does oil impact marine life? That is the correct title of the article. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And it generates all the information once again. So the title, the URL, the website name is missing. So I'm going to go back here and double check that the website name is there. So it's the National Ocean Service. So I'm going to put National Ocean Service here. In order to give credit to the proper website name. Does it have an author? The author part is missing. I'm checking here and I don't see an author. Usually that's normal for government websites. I'll skip that. The publication date is also missing. I'm going to double check. There is no publication date here, so I'll leave that blank. And then right here, the date accessed. So today is the 14th of April in the year 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there because that is the correct date in which I've accessed this website. So I'm going to click on Cite Source. But it's asking me to complete all required fields. So here we're missing the publication date. Right here, on the, if you see right here, it says it was last updated the 11th of March in 2020. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to enter this information. So the day is 11th, the month is 03, and the year is 2020. Whenever you have missing information, it's very useful to go back to the website and look up all the information carefully from the actual website. The articles usually give you the date in which it was published, the authors, if it's not a public or government website, you'll be able to find all this information. So I have everything now, and I'm going to click on Cite Source. Now, once again, you'll see in blue the citation for this website. I now have all the citations that I need. These are all the articles that I've used for my example paper. So I'm going to go ahead and download my works cited, or I can just copy. If I copy to clipboard, it's basically just saying copy, and then you can paste it directly onto your paper, onto your photo essay, onto your PowerPoint slide, or wherever it is that you're going to be putting this works cited section. Or you can download it as a Microsoft Word document. Once you click on that, it'll download an actual Word document page where it will have all of these citations there for you. You don't have to worry about reorganizing these citations because it will alphabetize it for you. So this is Scribbr.com, and I really hope that this video was helpful for you. Subscribe if you want to see more.